Similar situation for this x plus 1 if x is less than 4. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, kung sa left siya ng 4, ang ating gagamitin na function is x plus 1. So, for example, ang left ng 4 ay 3.99. So, kung gagamitin natin ang 3.99, ang ating equation na gagamitin or function is x plus 1. So, that is 3.999 plus 1, that is 4.999. And that is approaching to 5. So, therefore, the limit of this the limit of f of x as x approaching to 4 from the left is 5. Why? Kasi papunta siya sa 5. Dito naman, if x is greater than equal to 4, it means kung sa right ng 4, ang gagamitin natin ay this function. So, say for example, 4.111 or 4.001. Ang mangyayari, this is approaching to 0 kasi 0.0001 squared ay approaching to 0. Plus 3, that means plus 3. It means ang limit nito is 3 going to 3. So, it means dito ang limit sa left ay 5, ang dito ay papunta ng 3. That means they are not the same. It means hindi po siya, does not exist ang ating limit. Does not exist ang ating limit, and then kung i-direct substitute natin ang 4, kasi na dito ang equal, ang result ay 3. Hindi po ito 2. That is 3. Okay. Ang limit natin ay 3. So, ang f of 4 natin ay 3. So, it means hindi sila pareho. Does not exist ang limit, and then kung i-direct substitution natin, the value is 3 kasi goes to 0 ito eh. This one is 3. Kung 4 minus 4, 0 plus 3. So, that is 3. Okay? So, hindi sila pareho. And that means it is not continuous, or we call that one discontinuous. Once again, we see that the limit of f of x as x goes to c and f of c are not the same, and that means they are not continuous. So, looking at this graph, titingnan natin yung una. Ang question is, ano ang limit ng f of negative 2, f of x as x goes to negative 2. So, kung titingnan natin, ang limit niya ay papunta sa, papunta siya sa negative 2. Ang ating value ay papunta siya sa, titingnan natin, papunta siya sa 1. Okay? And then, ang limit niya ay 1. Tama, no? Kasi ang limit of f of x as x goes to negative 2 ay 1 based on this graph. And f of negative 2 is also 1. Kasi f of negative 2, ito, titingnan natin ito. Okay. So, that means, ang limit of f of x as x goes to negative 2 ay 1. And f of negative 2 is 1. Babalikan na naman natin yung isa. As x goes to 0, yes?
Ulit agad na kanang first sa ng negative 2. Once kanang first sa ng example. Salamat.
Okay. Wait lang. Ang first natin na example is here that the limit of f of x equals 1. Ang ibig sabihin nito ay kukunin natin yung saang value nag-a-approach ang graph or ang ating f of x if x approaching to negative 2. So, it means ganito yung nangyayari. Papunta dito sa negative 2 kasi ang negative 2 andito. So, kung papunta dito sa ang value na negative 2, it means ang graph papunta dito. I-follow na natin yung graph. And then, sa right naman, papunta din siya dito. So, at this point, kung titingnan natin ang y, ang value niya ay 1. So, therefore, the limit is 1. Ito ang limit. Okay. Kasi ang limit doon tayo titingin sa y or sa f of x. And then, kung ang direct substitution as x equals negative 2, meron tayong negative 2, 1. So, if x is negative 2, the y is 1. So, or f of x is, f of negative 2 is 1. So, therefore, by direct substitution, we have our 1. So, by that, we can say this one. So, napapansin natin, ang limit ay is equal to 1, and then ang ating f of negative 2 ay 1. That means it is continuous at that x approaching to negative 2. Okay? Similar situation in here, that if x approaching to 0, okay, papunta doon ang ating graph sa kaning point, this point. And this one is approaching to 0 from the right. This graph is approaching also in this point or in this number. Okay. And we know that this number is 3. So therefore, the limit is 3. But when we look at this as f of 0, wala po tayong value. Wala po tayong value na f of 0 because this is a vertical asymptote. Okay? So it means ang ating f of 0 ay wala. So it means the limit of f of x equals 3, yung from the left and from the right ay 3. Ang f of 0 natin by direct substitution does not exist. Wala po tayong value or undefined. Okay. In this situation, from the left of 3, dito naman tayo, ang ating limit ay papunta doon siya sa 3. Doon sa one-sided limit na from the left of 3. Pero from the right of 3, wala tayong makita ng graph dito sa baba. Dito wala din kasi equals ito from the right kasi. Dito tayo makakita na papunta siya dito. Tingnan natin sa y, of course, papunta siya sa 4. So the limit of f of x as x goes to 3 from the right is 4. Okay. Then, kung makita natin, hindi pareho ang from the left and from the right. So from the left of 3, ang kanyang limit ay 0. Kasi 0 siya, oh. Ang kanyang limit doon from the right of 3 ay dito siya sa 4. So the limit does not exist kasi hindi pareho. When you say limit kasi unique. And ang ating direct substitution ng f of 3 ay 2 because if x is 3, y is 2. And then ang dito, ang point. So it means our limit of f of x as x goes to 3 does not exist and the f of 3 also does not exist. Does not exist ba? What does that exist ang f of 3? Meron naman. 2 dito. Wait lang ha. Ang f of 3 natin is equal to 2. Hindi po yan siya does not exist. That is equal to 2. 2 ba yan? That is 2. Okay, tama. Papunta siya sa 2. By direct substitution, that is 2. Consider also this graph. Then we have to fill in the table with the appropriate values. So I will call somebody or volunteer somebody who would like to answer. So for example, based on the graph, yung C natin is negative 2. Tingnan natin yung C dito, yun yung X that approaches to that value. So, if C approaching or X approaching to C or negative 2, ano ang limit? So, dito tayo titingin. Okay. From the left, saan ang graph papunta? Yan. From the right, saan ang graph papunta? Ayan. What is our limit? Pero, yes, Eliza.
2, sir.
2, okay. Right. Kasi titingnan natin, saang number ito siya naka-align. Of course, here, this is our y. So, 2. And what is our f of negative 2? Kasi ang c natin ay negative 2. What is our f of negative 2? Again.
2, sir.
2 pa rin. Kasi kung titingnan natin, kung negative 2, this point kasi, this one is negative 2, 2. So, if the x is negative 2, that means our y is 2. So, if our c is negative 2, our f of negative 2 is 2. What is the limit of f of x as x goes to negative 1/2? Titingnan natin ang graph ng f of x. So, kung dito tayo sa negative 1/2, kasi ito yung x na negative 1/2, ang graph ay titingnan natin. Kasi ang limit po, ang ating tinitingnan ang graph. So, papunta dito. Okay, papunta doon. Sa right naman, papunta dito. Okay. So, anong value ito? This is between 3 and 4. Probably 3.5, no? So what is the limit?
2.5, sir.
3.5, that is the limit. Masasabi natin siya yung limit kasi tinitingnan natin ang neighbors, ang kapitbahay ng negative 1/2 at saka tinitingnan natin kung saan ang graph papunta. So, alam natin na papunta siya doon sa 3.5 na y. How about kung f of negative 1/2? Kung a direct substitute natin, ano ang value natin? F of negative 1/2. The answer is 1. So it means itong f of c, ang atong tanawon is itong mga point. This is what we are looking for. The points here, those are the f of c. Yan, these are the f of c. Pero pag sinasabing limit, doon tayo sa graph kung saan siya papunta. Okay, let us continue. The limit of f of x as x goes to 0. What is our limit?
5, sir.
So kung papunta tayo sa 0, itong from the left, kasi dalawa ang ating iti-test pag limit. Ang left at saka right. Dapat pareho. So from the left, titingnan natin, walang graph dito maliban dito. Ito lang ang graph. Papunta siya dyan. So ang limit ng f of x as x goes to 0 from the left is 3. Kasi papunta ng 3. Sa left. Sa right naman ng 0, so kung dito ang 0, wala tayong makita graph except this one. Papunta siya doon. So, the limit of f of x as x goes to 0 from the right is 5. Since ang sa left ay 3, ang sa right ay 5, hindi pareho, then, yung theorem or remarks natin, nagsasabi na, the limit does not exist. So, we write, the limit does not exist. The limit does not exist kasi hindi pareho. And kung i-direct substitute natin as x goes to 0, kung ang x ay equal to 0, saan siya papunta? Doon siya papunta sa 3. Okay? Now let's try another one. The limit of f of x as x goes to 1. Sa graph tayo tingin ha. Anybody?
Does not exist, sir.
Bakit siya does not exist?
Hindi magkapareho ang ano nila, sir. Ang approaching to 1, sir.
Okay. Ano pala ang sa left? Ano limit?
Limit from the left, sir, is 4. And from the right is 1.
Okay, very good. So that means that
I mean,
does
0,
not
sir. 0 pala, sir.
Thank you. And the f of c is, ano ang f of 1 natin dito? Anybody?
4 po, sir.
Any other answer?
1, sir. 0, sir.
Okay. Bakit sa 0?
Nag-align siya sa 0 na ano, sir. Basta na yung sa axis na sa x-axis, sir, tapos sa 0 siya align.
Yung tinitingnan natin is yung point. Yung solid na circle. Yun yung f of c na linya. Lahat naman mga solid circle o yung mga point na referring to direct substitution, then we have f of 1, which is equal to 0. Next, limit of f of x as x goes to 3. So, from the left of 3, ang makikita natin dito, from the left of 3, is yung graph na ito. Itong graph lang. Ito. And this one is approaching to positive infinity. So, from the left, ang ating is approaching to positive infinity or infinity itself. And then, from the right naman of 3, tingnan natin, yung graph natin na makikita is ito. Papunta siya doon sa point, which is linya sa 4. So, that means the limit of f of x as x goes to 3 from the right is 4. So, it means hindi pareho. Ang isa ay positive infinity, ang isa ay positive 4. So, that means the limit does not exist. The limit does not exist. Okay. Now, what is f of c? What's f of c?
4, sir.
4, correct. Now, the last one. Last na lang din. Limit of f of x as x goes to 4. What is our limit?
Does not exist, sir.
5, sir.
5. Why is it 5?
Same sa left side and right side, sir. Approaching 5.
From the right of 4, ang makikita natin na graph ay papunta dito. So, it is approaching to this point, which is 5. Okay? So, that means here, the limit is 5. Now, what is f of 4?
5, sir.
Okay.